it's hard not to be spitting mad at RFK Jr. for like the absurd bullshit he keeps pulling when it comes to ACIP. ACIP, of course, being the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. This is not the first time you've heard about this committee here on this pod, because he's been playing games with them ever since he decided to cancel the first meeting they were supposed to have under his leadership. And in June, of course, he decided to recall and then fire and replace all of the voting members on ACIP with picks of his own. Most recently, he also removed the so-called liaison members of ACIP. These are advisors that meet in working groups on behalf of professional organizations that they represent, that don't have a vote, but they are really influential in making recommendations to ACIP. And these groups are household names, folks like the American Medical Association, the American Academy of Pediatrics, etc. Now, here's the absurdity. Like, his logic for getting rid of them is that they're, quote, biased in favor of their own patients, which, yes, of course, like, that's what you expect physician groups to be, is biased on behalf of their patients. My issue often with some of these groups is that they're too often biased on behalf of the providers. But like, to say that they're biased on behalf of their patients, which, by the way, you're talking about the American Association of Pediatrics, is literally all of our kids, right, is kind of an insane justification for getting rid of them. But I digress, because we've seen insane justifications for a lot of things out of this administration and out of RFK Jr. himself. Now, it's going to be interesting to see who he replaces them with, because the thing about RFK Jr. is it's never just about firing folks. It's about who comes to replace them, right? And we've seen a general pattern where he fires people who are using evidence to make science-driven decisions and replaces them with conspiracy theorists who come at best with what I like to call anecdata, right? Stories that seem to stand in for data, but there's no actual systematic or rigorous data to justify that these stories actually speak for the predominance or preponderance of the actual evidence. So let's see what comes next.